Well, hello again everyone, and welcome back to Kovac Enterprises. I decided to go ahead and do excuse me, a quick little out-of-box review from my previous intro on this particular model. So as you can see, we'll just kind of go over this real quick for at least the box part of it. This is an AMT Ertl classic 1955 Chevrolet Nomad. It's a 125 scale, and it is a scale number 2 on there. So, and as you can see here, we got the side panels here showing the interior bucket with the steering wheel and the motor, and the side profile of what the actual model looks like once it's finished. And pretty much the rest of the box is showing the same kind of picture, so we'll just kind of dispense with that and kind of put that right there for right now. And first off, we're going to kind of look at the instructions here, since this is an AMT Ertl. And this particular model kit, it actually gives you 3 choices on how to build it. And of course, like anything else, the first part is kind of giving you a little history of the 55 Chevy Nomad. And so with that being said, kind of basically starts off with the engine assembly. And of course, like I said before, there's 3 different versions of this and how you want to build it. We have the stock and custom version, which is the AB part of it, and then we have the actual drag version. That's letter C here. You want to go that route. And then we've got the actually wheel assembly. Again, you can go with the standard tires or the stock custom, and then the slick tires for the rear. And kind of gives you the exterior stock colors and the instrument panel detail. And then we have the basically the interior assembly itself. And I kind of noticed too when I was looking through the model here that the sprue trees have the numbers on them for the parts, but when you look at the instructions here, of course there is no number system on it, but just give you what each part gives you the name of the part. So it's kind of like a picture. So anyways, we go here now to the number 6, which is the chassis assembly. And then of course we go to the they give you the 2 to 3 different versions. The B1 is the stock custom version, and then we've got the B2 version, and then the B3 version. So like I said, you can make this model any way you want it with all these different options. So this is also the next page. This is also the chassis assembly, which is the C1 now, is the drag version on the models. C2, if you want to go that route. And then we're into step number 7, which is the body assembly. So it gives you a little breakdown on that. And then, of course, the last page will be your final assembly, step number 8. And of course, it gives you the top part, which is the stock assembly version. Then we got our custom version. And then, of course, the C option is the drag version and the final assembly mode. So that's kind of it for the instructions there. Now we can kind of start off with some of the tires here. Of course, everything is still wrapped up in their plastic bags here, but we have our 4 standard tires with our 2 slicks, as you can see there. And then the it does contain a metal rod. And we also have our red rear tail lights, I guess you want to call them. So that is that. And then of course we have a couple of bags there that's got the they call it, I guess, plate in this description. So it's the chrome plating, and with various car parts. Let me go ahead and pull out my magic scissors here and we can maybe get a closer look on this. And we'll kind of open this up. There you go. Give you a better, clear view of it. Alright. And sometimes these bags are a little tricky. Alright, one bag down. Okay, so basically, yeah, this is what we have here for our chrome plating on this one tree. I'll flip it around so you can see the other side. All the kind of details of all the car parts. So there's one. And then we got bag number 2, which is also chrome plated with some more car parts. We'll go ahead and open that up real quick so you can get a clearer view of it. Alright, here we go. So, as you can see, all the parts of the cars on this one chrome plated tree. We'll flip it around so you can see the other side. Everything looks kind of clean. Not much flashing. So there's that. And I'm going to go ahead and leave this in the plastic bag since these are the clear parts. I don't want to get them all smudged up and everything like that. But basically you have your windshield and your rear window, and then if you want a custom for another side windows for the back of the Nomad wagon. So that's what this part here is all about, but we'll get more into that once we actually start assembling. We have some headlights here as well, but like I said, these are all the clear parts, and we're going to leave that in the bag. And let's take a look at the actual body of the Nomad itself. And just to kind of let you know, this has all been washed ahead of time with some Dawn dishwashing soap, so all the mold release agents and everything, it should be clean now, so it'll be ready for paint. But as you can see, it's a nice looking body for the Nomad there, nice clean lines. Like I said, again, not much flashing. There's the kind of the rear view of what it looks like. And then of course we have the other side. Have some nice clean lines there as well. And then the front. So there's that. And then we have one last bag with multiple parts in it. All this is done in gray molding. So here we go with the interior bucket. And this, I believe, is the... Well, you got 2 license plates here. And this might be part of a bench seat. So there's that. And next up is our, looks like our chassis here. Underside there. And then we have our bench seats as well. And we'll flip it around. And of course this is our dashboard, as you can see there. Once again, nicely molded, nice clean lines, and everything's kind of molded in with the muffler and other things. So there you go. Okay, there's that. And then of course we got a continuation of some of our automotive parts in the gray molding. So there's that. Just kind of reverse side of that. There you go. And we have yet another sprue tree with some parts on it. There you go. This looks like the back end of the rear of the Nomad on that. So there you go. This is actually a helmet. So you have the option of putting a helmet in the Nomad if you want to. I guess that's if you want to put it like the drag version or something. So there's that. And our last but not least is our last tree here. In the instructions and one of the options, you can actually cut back the top of the roof and remodify it with a custom roof here. So that's what this one is for. And of course then we have the hood. And then we have a couple of bucket seats with built-in seat belts. So that's that. So there you go, there's that, like I said. And we had a couple of loose parts in here as well. Not sure what this is. This almost looks like a smaller hood. I'm not sure where that goes, but once I get into it, it may be an extra. And this is also, I guess, a seat belt. So there's that. And what else? I think, well, we got one more here. It kind of fell off the tree. This is our steering column, like a little gear shift on the side. So that's one of the many options that you can use depending on how you want to build this thing. So that is it for the sprue trees. This kit does come with a small decal sheet. Basically you got three choices here of your license plates for the front and rear. So one's from Arizona, the other one's from, looks like, Colorado, and then you have Georgia, the Peach State. So any one of those three, depending on, you know, or you can make up your own license plate. But that's it for the decals. And so, like I said, this is a quick little run through on the out-of-box review of this Nomad. And since everything is set to go, we will start piecing them together. So until the next video, we will get back with you and start the process. We will catch you later. This is Kovac Enterprises signing off.